Hi guys, just to update the long term, I'm just gonna go and take a nap, so I won't have much time. I'm just updating the long term targets here. These were the initial targets I had in the video which I posted around 10 minutes ago, but I've just realized I made a grave mistake with these targets, so I'm just gonna update them. It takes a while to work out these long term targets. It's a very complicated process that you have to go through, which I don't want to bore anyone right now with. Certainly not today. Maybe at a later date I'll explain to you how I derive these targets. So this is, yeah, that one's right. So really it was just these two. So those are my targets. So that's my, what's going on here? I've just changed that. Okay, 9111. Takes a lot of painstaking work to work out these targets. Okay. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's put a border behind that. Let's put a border on that. Let's press OK. Okay, so let me just put this onto the logarithmic scale. Actually, forget that. Let's go back to linear. Okay, so where is wave 5? There it is. Okay, so those are my targets. Okay, so my target for wave 3 is 9111. As I said, very complicated process that I go through to work these targets. I'm not gonna bore you with that now. That's fairly reasonable, I suppose. You know, it's fairly reasonable. It makes a lot of sense. We're definitely gonna make a new high here. So you know, if you're selling Bitcoin, keep it. I'm not gonna go on the lower term time frames today. Just don't have the time. As I said, we were in some sort of triangle. It's going to go up a little bit. It's going to retrace to make a wave 4, I believe, and then it's going to go back up to make an extended wave 5, most likely. But the, either way, it's going up. So a good time to buy Bitcoin. It broke this trend line, but now it's found it again, and it's going well. So yeah, Bitcoin is up. So let me get rid. These were the old targets. So these are my new targets. I'm quite comfortable with these targets. I've revised the 20,000 to 22,161. It sounds rather remarkable, that target, but I'm confident in the maths which I've done. I've checked it one time. I'm going to check it again later on tonight because I am a little bit tired. I've had quite a long few days at work, but yeah, 22,161. That's your end wave 5 before the big crash to 2000. Okay, wave 3. This wave that we're in right now. This is wave 5 of wave 3. It's going to finish at around 9,111. And my previous target was 9256. But I've just changed that right now. So, and then it's going to retrace to 7281, which is about here, which is right within wave 4. It doesn't seem that much of a retracement, to be honest, but could be so bullish that wave 4 doesn't really have to retrace that much. Usually 38.2, 23.6. It doesn't. Somewhere around there, perhaps even as low as 7,000. But those are my targets. And then yeah, 22,161. That's your end of wave 5. So even if you buy now long term, what, you're at 7,000 to 2,200. I'm just at 14,000 divided by 200%. Is that 200%? Is my maths A level helping me out here? Yeah, 200%. So if you buy right now, you'll make 200% on your money. So your 10k will become 30k. Yeah. So as for how long this is going to take, I'm not too sure. I'm doing a lot of work on fib time levels. Research is still ongoing. I'm reading a lot of books on the area. On fib time, I've just not had the time with my work to have a look into that. But that's the one part of my trading which isn't fully accurate as of right now, because it's so difficult to predict time. Um, there's one school of thought that wave 1 to wave 3 takes the same amount of time as wave 3 to 5. So if you were to get out the fib time levels, we could do that. I mean, we've not really covered fib time, to be honest, but there's a reason why I've not covered it. It's because it's very hard to be accurate in it. So you do fib time. So wave 1 started about here somewhere, yeah, and then that's the same as wave 3. So we're saying wave 3 is going to finish at 9,000. Let's say wave 3 finishes at around, I don't know, somewhere there. Um, so what you do, all you do is just move that across. That's 20th of November. So let's move that across to 20th of November. And so if there's one-to-one accuracy, it looks as though wave 5 is going to happen in approximately 29th of March. So yeah, it looks like a good Christmas. It looks like it's going to be a good Christmas for us guys. But then at the same time, it could take 0.618 off that distance. So if we say wave 3 top is going to happen on the 20th of November, which that's going to happen next Monday. What's it at now? 7269. Yeah, maybe. Okay, fine. Even if you were to bring that along, 0.618 off. It's going to happen in February, March. So yeah, I reckon we can get through the new year with Bitcoin not as of yet hitting 22,000. I'm fairly confident in that. I reckon we'll get to Christmas. So where's Christmas? Christmas is around here. New Year's around here. So yeah, I mean it's 6 weeks till Christmas, isn't it? So I reckon by Christmas we would have definitely made this wave 3, probably made this wave 4, and I reckon it's going to be on the way up to make a wave 5, probably in the new year. Then I can see it topping out in March. As I said, fib time levels is something that's ongoing in my research. I think it's important with trading, despite my high level of knowledge in this area, you can never know enough. I think it's always important to learn more. So even, everything that I recommend, please do check and do your own research. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's loss, and even for your gain. If you make money, brilliant, make loads of money, hope you make millions and spend it wisely. That's all I advise. But please do your own research. Trading is very profitable, but there is a bit of element of just unpredictability to it, and you have to account for as many variables as you can. And a lot of my work works on fibs, Elliott, as well as volume, but fib time is something that I'm definitely looking into, only because if you think about it, every chart that you look at has got price on the x-axis. Now price on the y-axis, which we've said many times can be very easy to predict as per my predictions here, but we always seem to forget about the x-axis, and the x-axis is very important, because when you draw the two lines together, fib retracements as well as time, do you see how these two lines intersect? And when these two lines intersect, you could quite literally predict both price and time to a degree out by a couple of weeks or a couple of days, and that is really powerful. That is tremendously powerful. So that's just something to have a think about, really. But as I said, my research into that area is ongoing. I hope to finish that research by the next 4 weeks. There's a couple of Elliott Wave books which I have read, and I'm working onto it. These are very complicated subjects. When you get onto the fib of time, it becomes very complicated. But there's no doubt there is some significance to it. So yeah, based on the simple premise which everyone knows, wave 1, 2 and 3 at the same time as the whole of wave 4 as well as wave 5, we're looking at a wave 3 top probably by December, wave 4 bottom probably by the end of the year, and then you're looking at this move up probably with the Santa rally. I don't know whether you guys have come across the Santa rally, but generally speaking, there's a lot of buzz, there's a lot of hysteria. It's all bollocks. It's just the hedge funds aligning their portfolios, but people call it the Santa rally. So generally that might cause this spike up during Christmas into the new year, and then I expect a market correction around March anyway, March, April. So maybe wave 5 you're looking at March, but as I said, my work into the Fibonacci of time is ongoing. But anyway, those are my long-term targets. I just thought I'd post this up. I'm not sure how many likes or views this video is going to get. It's not very detailed analysis. As for this guy who's made a comment, quite a cheeky comment really, but let me just pull him out, because this guy here, kind of peeved me off a little bit. This Patrick, I just copying hedging. So first of all, little boy, what you make in a year times that by 10, and I've made that in a day. I don't need to prove myself to anyone, and a lot of people from the trading community are advising me to not do these videos due to the amount of knowledge um, that I'm dropping here. This Hedgen Lee, I recommended him from the very first day. He's a very nice guy. Sounds like a great guy. I don't know him. He's not paying me to promote his channel. I think it's absolutely fair that you get different contrarian views, and if we both have the same view, that's only because most likely we both understand Elliott wave, Fibonacci and volume. I think, to be honest, his knowledge on Fibonacci extensions and price targets are limited. I think he can improve there, but his knowledge on chart patterns is better than mine, I would say. I don't really use chart patterns a lot. I use the patterns that are denounced by Elliott, but yeah, great channel. I'm not copying him, so if this Patrick fella thinks I am, you don't need to watch my videos, mate. I don't need to copy anyone. So I've got a proven track record in this game, and as I said, it's a fairly large amount. So I don't need to prove myself to anyone. So anyway, those are my long-term targets. I'm gonna have a nap, have a think, write these down. I've revised it up. Fibonacci time I'm working on, because I think time's important as well, not just what price something's going to get to, but when it's going to happen, because you know, we want to know when things are going to happen, not just it's going to go to 22,000 at some point. But yeah, we're nowhere near done with Bitcoin. There's at least another 100, 150, 200% move, but I reckon this wave is going to top out between 9111 and actually, let me just put my old targets there. The old targets were 9256, and the wave 4 is going to bottom out at 70889. But this target remains the same. So that's the top of wave 3, somewhere around there. That's the bottom of wave 4 and 22161. And as I said, I don't think Bitcoin's going to hit 22 before Christmas. I mean, before New Year. I can't see that happening. I reckon the buzz hysteria is going to happen around December 14th, December 15th. I can see this bottoming out, and then get ready for this move up, because this move from December, January, February, this is going to be crazy. We're going to hear this is going to be a crazy move, and that's going to be it. That's going to be the end of Bitcoin. And based on this very quick Fibonacci time, it could happen around March next year. So yeah, good luck. So watch out. Looks as though we're less than 6 months away from Bitcoin 22,000, after which point you're going to see the mother of all crashes, similar to the tech bust, if you guys are old enough to remember that. Anyway, no more silly comments please, or I will block you from my channel, because I just can't be arsed, and I'll stop doing these videos, which I'm sure you don't want. Anyway, chat to you guys later.